2 injured in attack on State House. Duncan and Ryan slapped with cybercrime charges. And $1.9 billion US targeted in offshore bidding round. Hi, I'm Enrico Bulford, and this is Uncut News. To see news happening, send us a tip on WhatsApp at 592-659-6154. The cops said a request has been dispatched to Interpol for more information on 35-year-old Beto Ikema Chimenze, a Nigerian man who staged a daring knife and gun attack on presidential guards at State House this morning. Chimenze was up until this afternoon undergoing surgery for gunshot injuries to his head, torso, and leg. According to reports, around 7:30 a.m., the man entered the compound's guard hut demanding to see the president. He then allegedly stabbed a policeman 5 times before snatching a pistol from another guard. He then ran out of the guard room onto Carmichael Street and fired several shots, according to the police. He and another officer were hospitalized in a critical condition. The president and his family were not in harm's way at any point in the attack, supposedly. The government seems determined to bury the mayor of Georgetown for his comments during Monday night protest, even though he's already apologized. Since then, the army has dishonorably discharged him. His own religious colleagues disowned him, and last night, the cops arrested him and Sherrod Duncan, ultimately charging them with a cybercrime, inciting racial hostility for attempting to incite racial and ethnic division in the nation, and 2 counts of obstructing the free flow of traffic. It sounds like they're charging Narayan for saying his comments and Duncan for recording and posting the video. They pleaded not guilty to all the charges and were released on $200,000 bail each. The 2 will be back in court on January 20th, 2023. You know, I'm not saying anything, but someone once said, to learn who rules over you, simply find out who you are not allowed to criticize. On the topic of cybercrimes, yesterday, 26-year-old juice vendor Kevin Hiraman was charged with a cybercrime after he allegedly posted several TikToks that hurt the feelings of Commissioner of Police Clifton Hicken and Assistant Police Commissioner Calvin Brutus. While we at Uncut News are unsure of the video in question, from my research, Hiraman uses his account to highlight acts of corruption and other dysfunctions in Guyana. So of course that would have hurt their feelings. Continuing on the topic of more legal nonsense, the DPP has recommended that no criminal charges be made against SOCU officers in connection with the detention of attorney Tamika Clark, and private criminal complaint against the 3 officers have also been dropped. The private criminal charges were dropped in a letter submitted to Magistrate Annette Singh on the 12th of December. If you ask me, I think the position of DPP should be disbanded altogether and the power shared among multiple persons. This is absurd, the level of power that one individual has. Continuing on the topic of ridiculous behavior from state employees, yesterday 36-year-old Dexter Nicholson, a driver attached to the Region 6 RDC office, was charged with possession of narcotics for the purpose of trafficking following his arrest on Sunday the 11th of December 2022 at Cortland Village Quarantine Berbice. He was operating a vehicle attached to the health department in New Amsterdam at the time of his arrest. So I guess we're going from moving chickens to now smuggling weed. Oh my, times must be hard in Berbice.
Did you know it's bad luck to start the new year with a Brock-up truck? Make this a December to remember with Powered Automotive. Powered Automotive has truck parts and spares from all the major brands you know and love at prices you won't find anywhere else. Visit them at 491 EE Eccles or call or WhatsApp them on 697-0171. Save big on truck parts at Powered Automotive, the #1 heavy-duty truck parts store in Guyana.
You can multiply your cash by selling digital top-up. This is a legit way you can earn some extra money at your business or to supplement your current hustle. Become a top-up vendor quick and easy by linking with Cellular Plus. Call them on telephone number 685-3109 for more info. Geeta Chanand Edmond has resigned as General Secretary of the PNCR about a year after having taken up the post. While reports confirm the resignation, the reasons behind the decision remain unclear. However, previous reports noted that she had been absent from her office at PNC headquarters for several months, but submitted the letter to Norton on Wednesday. Her replacement has not yet been announced. However, she is not alone. PNCR Treasurer Faiz Mursalain will also be stepping down after about a year of service. Mursalain signaled his intention yesterday via a brief statement, saying that he leaves politics altogether on December 23rd, saying that it was a good run and that he served his party well, and he also wishes his predecessor all the best. GCOM Chairman Cardet Singh ruled yesterday that local government minister Nigel Domlall does not have the power to create constituencies and local authority areas as he did in Order 50 of 2022 earlier this month. Singh said that by doing that, the minister assumed GCOM's responsibility. The Elections Commission is due to meet again next Tuesday to deliberate on the way forward. 29-year-old Kenny Timmerman died this morning after crashing into a home in Karoo Landing, Region 7, Coyote, Mazaruni. According to reports, the man lost control of an ATV he was riding on and slammed into a flight of stairs on the home. Now for today's oil update. Guyana is targeting US $1.9 billion in commitments for its first offshore competitive licensing round. The bid round for offshore blocks opened on Monday and included deepwater blocks D1 to D3, that is between 1,500 and 2,000 square kilometers, and shallow blocks S1 to S11 between 2,800 and 3,100 square kilometers. The government has prescribed expenditure amounts for each period as a performance guarantee that is reduced as the contractor performs against them. The total prescribed expenditure for each deep water block is US $290 million, while for shallow water blocks it is US $95 million. Legal entities have until April the 7th, 2023 to express their interest and pay the participation fee of US $20,000. As an independent online news entity, being politically objective can cost you a lot of money in lost sponsorship opportunities. That's because most local companies are often too scared to associate themselves with a news entity that is uncompromising with the truth. We do appreciate our sponsors, as their support is what has allowed us to maintain our integrity without fear and remain dedicated to you, our viewers. Every night, thousands of viewers rely on Uncut News because they are tired of the biased and poorly presented mainstream media in Guyana. But to truly compete, we need your help to grow Uncut News from being the most watched online news to the most watched news in Guyana, period. Help us by becoming a monthly subscriber today. There are special rewards at every subscription level, including your name in the credits, personalized gifts, and more. Your monthly contribution helps us to stay independent by spending less time worrying about paying the bills and more time on keeping you informed. So click the link in the description of this video and become a subscriber today.
Best Buy's Car of the Week. Currently on sale is this 2016 Toyota Crown Athlete. It comes with Bluetooth mug rims, new tires, TV, CD, stereo, fog lamps, back camera, and much, much more. Buy cash for $9.95 million, or pay as low as $1.99 million down with around $170,000 monthly for 5 years, and it is yours. Call or WhatsApp 662-0844 for more info. Visit the showrooms at 171 Peter Street, Queenstown. A lot to Amashi.
And tell them they're getting for this sweet deal. It's December, which means it's robbery season. That's why you need to get security for your home and business through Sheriff Security Service. Sheriff Security offers well-trained guards, armed and unarmed patrol, marine patrol, canine services. These people even got drones. Why? Because your security is their highest priority. You've seen the rest. Now hire the best. Hire Sheriff Security Service today. Now for our Uncut News Viewers Poll Question of the Day. Every day we pose a question about current events in Guyana, the region, the diaspora, and how you feel it relates to us. Last night I asked, how do you feel about the plan to teach 150,000 school children coding? Do you think it's a good idea? Or maybe we should consider some other more practical things first. But before we get to that, we want to say a special thank you to David Griffith, our first contributor. Thank you, David. We appreciate your contribution, and we will continue to keep up the good work. Dimitri V says, preach, Noriko. It's stupid to put so many people into coding because they're going to leave the nation to find better jobs to do said coding. I thought the president was all about diversifying the economy. SMH. And the thing is, you don't even need that many people to do coding for a large system in Ghana. Get more skilled workers in the oil industry because that is the one that's going to be booming. More skilled workers in the medical field because Ghana desperately needs it. And more skilled workers in the hospitality industry because tourism is going to be picking up. I agree with all of those. Although Barefoot Wanderer brings a slightly disturbing viewpoint to this, saying facial recognition with and without a mask is coding. With all the satellites in orbit and online, the world as we know it will be a very different place come 2030. Coding is needed to assist AI to recognize and associate efficiently to catch all the traffic violators dumping garbage illegally. It's no longer just a camera. All the info attached to the new national ID card needs coding. Your blood type will be on the card. Therefore, coding is needed within the medical system to connect the data. These are just small examples of how coding will be used. It's not about what Guyana will vehicle manufacturers need coding. It's about how all the data on you will be connected to the central system. Coding will help the government connect all the data together because your every movement will be coded. It will be a standardized job across the world. Patriotism will soon be attached more so than monetary gain. Your statement disturbs me to my core because I believe you're absolutely right. In fact, this just sounds like this will become the start of a social credit system in Guyana. With that being said, I wonder what my score would be. Oh my. Now for tonight's question. I know it's still a bit early and even the media still doesn't have all the answers yet because the police are tight-lipped and stupid like that. Anyway, I still want to know, what are your thoughts on the shooting at State House today? How does it make you feel? I want you to think about that question. Tell us in the comments below. If your response is good enough, we just might feature it in our next episode. Anyway, that's all the time we have for tonight, and check us out tomorrow for another. Until then, I'm Nico Bolford saying good night, folks.